Hello, welcome back art friends. This is Passion for Fashion and this is your second lesson. Today we're going to be practicing our faces. So let's make sure we have all the equipment that we need before we get started. You will need some oil pastels, grey lead and some white paper, your A3 cartridge paper. And we're going to cover this whole sheet of paper with a variety of faces. So this is a sketching and drawing lesson and we really want to get used to drawing faces and we don't want them to be too complicated. So I'm going to show you a few different ways to make them easy because our main interest is going to be the outfits and the fashion, but we still need to have arms, head, legs. So let's focus on that for a little while. Okay, so to start off with, when I'm drawing faces, I need a head. Now I like to do a sort of upside down egg shape, or not quite an oval. Now when you are drawing a human head, I'll just do it a bit bigger so you can see. The eyes go about halfway, so there's the eyes. The nose finishes a quarter of the way or halfway again. There's your nose. The mouth again. Ears go between the eyes and the nose, and then the hair comes down to the hairline. So that's the sort of little recipe we can follow, but we're not worried about it being completely correct because we're going to create our own faces and our own style. So to start off with, I'm going to start with very simple eyes and I'm just going to do dots like that. And I'm going to do 2 dots for the nose and I'm going to do a dot for the mouth. So that's going to be my sort of dot face. And the hair, I'm going to scribble in. Put a part there. It's a girl. If I want to make the hair longer, I can make it longer. And I'm just going to do a neck. So that's going to be my first face for my fashion. I might even put some eyebrows in, but I don't have to. The arms are going to come down like this, almost just like sausage shapes, and same with the legs. I'm just going to do my body like that. But for the moment, let's concentrate on heads. So let's go to eyes. Start with eyes. So you can do a dot, you can do a dot and a line like this, you can do a dot and a line with a flick so it looks like eyelashes, you can even do eyes closed, and if you wanted to do more of an eye you could do that lemon shape and put the pupil in and do more of an eye like that if you wish. But any of these are okay. I actually like to keep it really simple and I usually go with just a dot and a line. Nose. Now some people find noses really difficult, but they don't have to be difficult. So here's 3 ways that I like to do noses. So my dot nose, which is just the nostril like that, that's a nose. The next one is the letter U, a little round shape, and then a C and a backwards C. So a U, a C and a backwards C, when you put them together become a little nose shape. And the other one I like to do is an L with a wide bottom there, an L and the C and the backwards C. So there's 3 noses that I might use. And if you have a different way of doing it, you do the way that you feel comfortable with. And the last thing is the mouth. So I don't want to pay too much attention to the mouth. So I do like to do a smiley face like this, and then I just pop my lips on top and lip on the bottom. Or you can do your smiley face with your lip and not do the lip on the bottom, but do a little curved shape to show the top of the chin like this. You can just do a line if you like, or you can do the dot, the O. But I usually just do a little line and then pop those lips on top. So I'm going to do a few faces over here and I'd like you to try to do some too. Oh, and hair. How could I forget the hair? So I'm going to do my eye dot, 2 dots for the nose, my little mouth and my lips. So there's my face. And then I'm going to think about hairstyles. So I have a fringe. So I'm just going to put a fringe in and put some hair. And you can see I'm really loose and I'm scribbling. And I'm going to do 2 side little buns and my neck. And I'm going to play around with those designs. So what I would like you to do is a page of practicing eyes, nose, lips and different hairstyles, and I'll do that too. And then we're going to try something else. So I'm going to do a whole sheet and then we will do another way of doing it. So you can either join me or watch and then go off by yourself, and you can stop and start the video as often and as little as you need to, okay? Okay, you get the idea. So once you've been practicing your faces, we're going to just try one more little technique. I'm just going to get a fresh piece of paper, put my faces over there. This time we're going to add the oil pastel. So I'm going to start off with this sort of fleshy lighter tint, but you can use any colour. And I'm going to draw my head shape. Now grey lead pencil draws on top of oil pastel. So I'm going to make a nice, I might go a little bit bigger than what I would normally do so it's easier for you to see. And if you want to, you can even put some cheeks in by just doing a little dot and another dot and then blending that in. And then take your grey lead and just pop in your eyes, my nose. I'm going to do that little flick. I'm going to smile. And my hair, I'm going to do I'll just do some red hair. So I can do my hair design. I'm going to do a bob. Make the hair bigger, maybe bigger. And then I can take my grey lead pencil and draw back into that hair to put a bit more texture in. And now I have a face with a bit more colour. You can use both, but we're going to be looking at this. So I'm going to practice a few more this way. So I'll do one more. Let's try a boy face. So I've got my face, my head, oh sorry, not my face. Yes, head or face. Okay. I'm going to draw the eyes. Nose, I'll just do the 2 dots. And the lips, a little smile. And I might put some ears in. And the neck. Take my pencil Not go all the way around, but maybe a few little lines. And hair, let's give him some spiky black hair, right down to the ears, and a bit of a fringe. And again, I can go back in with my pencil and do a few more shapes. Okay, so I can continue on with this, but it's time for you to get working. So what I would like you to do is do 2 sheets of practice faces. Try different lips, different noses, different eyes, different shapes of the head. Some heads might be rounder, some might be thinner. And then fill up a whole page of practicing. With the second sheet, bring in your oil pastels and draw the heads in oil pastel and the hair in oil pastel, and then work over the top of your oil pastel with your pencils and see how you go. If you make a mistake, this is your practice sheets, so don't worry, just keep going, don't cross it out, just move on to the next head. We don't get it right straight away, no one does, that's why we're doing some practice sheets. Good luck, and I will see you in the next lesson.